Hi everyone, welcome back. You might remember last year when I reviewed the Mammotion Luba 2 all-wheel drive. It handled my sandy Florida yard like a champ. Well, Mammotion's done it again, but this time they've released a compact, more budget-friendly version, the Luba Mini. The Luba Mini comes in two models, the 800 and the 1500. The only real difference between the 800 and 1500 models is the battery size. The 800 features a 4.5 amp-hour battery, ideal for lawns up to 0.2 acres in size, while the 1500, the one I have, boasts a 6.1 amp-hour battery, good for just over a third of an acre. Both models allow you to set up to 20 individual mowing zones. What truly sets any Luba apart is its all-wheel drive system, engineered to conquer rough and steep terrains. Their front wheels are specifically designed with sideways rollers to assist with turning. The Mini features a single cutting disc with 6 blades, giving you a 7.9-inch cut. The Mini comes equipped with a dedicated rain sensor on top, plus the Luba Mini is IPX6 rated, so it's built to withstand the elements. The Luba Mini also features a bright LED light up front, which is incredibly helpful for nighttime navigation and obstacle avoidance. And you'll be pleased to know it comes with a standard 4G cell module, including 1 month of free service. The charging dock for the Mini is similar to the Luba 2's, just more compact. And Mammotion even offers an optional garage for extra protection. For precise navigation, the Luba Mini relies on its RTK station. You'll have flexibility to ground mount it or attach it to a fence or building structure. The key, however, is ensuring the RTK station has a clear, unobstructed view of the sky, as the Luba Mini uses GPS triangulation between itself and the RTK station for accurate positioning. The Mini also utilizes AI vision cameras to assist with navigation, especially in challenging areas like under trees or in tight spaces. Now, when it comes to the detailed setup process for the Luba Mini, I won't deep dive into it here. Mammotion and many other channels have excellent step-by-step video guides available, so to keep this video moving along, I'll simply link to those helpful resources in the description below. Once you got the Luba Mini set up and connected to the Mammotion app, your first step is to map your yard. You've got a couple of options here. You can manually remote control the Mini around your property's perimeter using the app, or you can try out its AI auto mapping feature. This is designed to automatically drive the mower around if your boundaries are well defined. You can switch between these methods at any time. Personally, I found the auto mapping wasn't quite reliable enough for my needs, so I prefer to just map it manually. After you've mapped your main yard, you'll want to set up no-go zones. These are crucial for areas around that you do not want the Luba Mini to avoid, like around trees, shrubs, or flower beds. Finally, if you have separate lawn areas, you'll connect them with a channel. For instance, I'm connecting my front yard to my side yard across the driveway so the robot can seamlessly move between them. Every Luba model includes an automatic height adjustment for the mower deck, letting you fine-tune your cut. I have the S version ranging from 0.8 inches all the way up to 2.6 inches. Alternatively, you can purchase the H version, which cuts from 2.2 inches all the way up to 4 inches. You can also adjust the forward speed, slow it down for really thick grass, or speed it up for a lighter trim. The path spacing setting is incredibly valuable. It lets you control how much the mower overlaps its previous pass. You can set the cutting angle to optimal for consistent patterns, customize it, or even choose a random angle for a varied look. For the cutting path, you have options just like mowing the perimeter, a zigzag pattern, checkerboard, or adaptive, which is generally the most efficient. You can even choose how many perimeter laps you want it to complete. The app also gives you control over object avoidance, including the option to just turn it off completely. You can set up no-go mowing laps from 0 to 4, plus you can choose whether the mower tackles the perimeter first or last. A personal favorite feature of mine is the start progress. Sometimes I only need to mow a specific section of my yard, and instead of starting over, I just dial it in to have the Luba Mini begin right where I want it to. Once you've made all of your selections, the map will clearly show the estimated time of completion and the precise path the mower will take. You can then schedule this job, go back and make adjustments, or simply start it right away. And while the Mini is mowing, you can watch its progress in real time through the app. You can even tap into the onboard camera to see it in action. I'll dive into all my mowing results and the overall pros and cons a bit later. For now, let's put the Luba Mini's AI-based object avoidance to the test with some common items you might find in your yard. First up, a simple toy ball, the kind a kid or a pet might just leave behind. The Mini unfortunately ran right over it, forcing me to hit the emergency stop button. Next, I tested with a garden sprinkler. Disappointingly, the Mini didn't detect this either, moving right over it. However, there was a win. It was able to detect my stuffed bear, thankfully sparing my little friend from becoming mulch. The final test involved a rather large branch, and just like with the smaller objects, the Mini ran right over it. This is less than ideal, as it can quickly dull the blades and potentially cause issues. All my tests were run multiple times at different locations for accurate results. The good news is it did not confuse weeds or leaves as objects to avoid, which has been an issue with other mowers that I have tested on my channel. Now regarding runtime, the 800 model is rated for 120 minutes, and this 1500 model is rated for 165 minutes. I was able to achieve the 165 minutes of runtime for the 1500. After several months of using the Luba Mini to mow my entire yard, I've definitely gathered some solid understandings of its strengths and weaknesses, so let's jump right into the cons now. First, I occasionally observe the Luba Mini getting off path during mowing, leaving behind noticeable strips of uncut grass. This is a common complaint with satellite-based mowers in general. To combat this, I decreased this path spacing from 4.6 inches all the way down to 3.9 inches, which did help tremendously. Another issue I encountered with the robot was sometimes it was turning short at the end of a path, particularly when it was close to bushes, which again resulted in missed sections of grass. Since I need to use a string trimmer for the edges anyway, this wasn't a huge deal for me, but it's worth noting. I would like the ability to view a detailed map in the task history that clearly shows areas the mower skipped due to object avoidance. Right now, you can't even see those in real time. If it skips an area, that line simply disappears as if it was mowed. A persistent issue with the Luba, dating back to the original model, is that it executes tank turns in the same location when returning to the charging dock, leading to damage to your yard. This occurs even when multi-point turn option is enabled in the app. A firmware update could likely resolve this. As a temporary solution, placing a mat under the turning area can protect your grass. Finally, the absence of fast charging presents a notable disadvantage. For the 1500 model, a full recharge is rated at 200 minutes, and the 800 model is rated at 160 minutes. The charging times are considerably slower than the Luba 2, which recharges in 120 minutes despite having a battery twice the size. This directly translates into longer overall mowing durations. A test on a 3,800 square foot section of my front lawn illustrates this. While the active mowing time was 270 minutes, a mandatory charge cycle from 13% up to 90% was initiated mid-task. This resulted in a total time of over 7 hours to complete just the front yard. Now let's pivot to the good stuff, starting with the Luba Mini's impressive cutting ability. With just one cutting disc and 6 blades, I thought it would bog down in thick grass and weeds. But I was genuinely impressed. It absolutely didn't. This little machine is remarkably powerful, and the cut it delivers is incredibly even. Finding a mower that can handle my yard's loose, sandy soil has been a challenge. Most two-wheel drive mowers I've tested inevitably get stuck, requiring manual intervention. The Luba robot, with its all-wheel drive system, has never had this problem. Its performance is equally impressive on steep terrain. If you have a yard with slopes up to 38 degrees, the Luba's ability to tackle them with ease makes it an essential tool. For these reasons, it has become my go-to mower. In terms of build quality, the Luba Mini stands out. Of all the robot mowers I've tested, this one feels incredibly solid and robust, especially at this price point. Mammotion robots have a proven track record for longevity, with many online users still happily operating their first-generation Luba models, now going on a little over 3 years old. To top that off, Mammotion has been excellent with warranty claims and provides an industry-leading 3-year warranty on all models. They provide more firmware updates than all the other manufacturers combined, a huge plus for ongoing improvement and support. The Mammotion app gives you the flexibility to mow manually while remote controlling the robot, and it's easily one of the most customizable and feature-rich robot mower apps on the market. I also appreciate that they provide multiple ways to mount the RTK station without requiring you to purchase a separate wall mount. Finally, the value you get from Mammotion mowers is pretty much so unmatched. The Luba Mini 800 retailing for around $1,600 is, in my opinion, very hard to beat in terms of what it offers for the price point. So to conclude, if you have a smaller yard, are working with a budget, and need a mower that can truly conquer steep slopes and won't get stuck, then the Luba Mini is, in my opinion, the single best answer for you. The drawbacks I mentioned, like the occasional missed strips of grass, aren't deal breakers for me, especially since there are workarounds. And let's be real, I've yet to test a perfect mower on my channel. Robot mowers have only recently gained widespread popularity, and Mammotion is definitely leading the charge in creating some of the best value options for your yard. Now, if you've got a smaller, relatively flat yard and don't necessarily need a robust all-wheel drive system of the Luba Mini, you'll absolutely won't want to miss my upcoming review of Mammotion's Yucca Mini. So if that sounds like it might be a better fit for your yard, make sure you hit that subscribe button and catch that video and all my future robot mower reviews. All the links to purchase these mowers are in the description below, and using them goes a long way to help support my channel. Until next time, take care everyone. Bye-bye.